Alright, now I have to go to here, unhost. Matty versus Ben. Alright, I'm like, at the same time trying to think about Dota as I am like going through everything else, but I still have to post this too. So yeah, we'll jump over here. Alright, anyways, now it should be posted. And we have a Puck pick. Interestingly enough, I think Puck got nerfed in the latest patch too. Let me jump over to my actual stream chat so I can see that up too. Hopefully in 60 seconds I'll know whether or not my actual key works, because it should. But yeah, we'll see. I also get an ogre pick too, which is kind of interesting. Let me just pull my notebook over here so I can get caught up. Ogres like didn't get touched in the patch either. The last patch, if you didn't see it, was pretty much completely nerfs. Nothing really too interesting other than the nerfs. Couple of these heroes that actually got banned were part of that too. Slaughter being one of them. I don't think Ricky got touched, but you might as well ban it out because people have been playing it pretty consistently in recent days. But we also got first pick going to Matty's team, and they also chose Dyer. 10 seconds and we'll know. Cross your fingers. It should go live.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, hey. It went live. Awesome.
5 seconds
I think.
remaining.
Yeah, we are live. Okay. Cool. Awesome. So I can't actually stream on the MD2L stream, but we'll figure that out later. Probably not something I should have tried in the last like 10 minutes up until the actual game started. Beastmaster 2 is kind of interesting. Again, another hero that you really don't see too often, but the amount of split push it gives you, plus some other utility. The stun that pierces BKB, it's pretty decent into Centaur. Still able to damage quite a bit. I think Puck Beastmaster is the lane they're going to run here. I would assume that's what they're going to do. It seems like the most strongest off lane for them right now. And then we also got the Ogre Magi Centaur. That might, both teams actually might have just picked their offlaners, or at least their laning stage in the offlaners. Beastmaster Puck and Centaur Ogre, although Ogre can kind of flex and do whatever. The SF coming out, I believe that's a targeted ban for Amped. Amped is their mid laner. I should really start writing down who's playing what, because then I could remember these things, because I have casted both of these teams before actually. It's a pretty decent matchup. Again, this is round 1 of the tournament that is actually happening physically in 2 days. Saturday, Peoria, Illinois. I believe at 11 CST. I think there's more details if you Google MD2L. There was a couple Reddit posts like a day back, and that'll give you more details. Allow you to join the Discord as well if you actually are interested in attending just a straight up LAN event. Pretty chill. I'm missing a ban, right? No, I'm good. It's good too because at least we're invigorating. Not really the tier 2 or 3 scene. This is probably like tier 4. Not an insult to anybody, but potentially, I mean, there are some decent teams in MD2L. Like the average MMR of teams, I believe, is around 5 to 6k MMR, which is probably like right outside that range of tier 3 teams. I think potentially one of them is decent enough to go through open qualifiers, but this is just a tournament between most. Couple amateur teams. Not a lot of these people play for their entire life, so don't play to make money anyways, so you're not really going to see them going and joining the DPC scene. And we have to think about that differently too, because of next season being really interesting now. But either way, This is kind of like League of Lads. Very different from the usual draft leagues you see, where you have teams signing up with 5 players predetermined. You're signing up as a stack, and this is just the first season of it. There also is an online tournament coming up soon, so if you join the Discord, you can get involved in that. On to the game at hand. I usually just say that stuff just to get it out of the way so most people know what's going on. And if somebody pops into chat later on too, they'll probably ask the same stuff. What's the average MMR? Like, what is this? What is going on? Just that whole spiel. Just go watch the beginning of the VOD, I guess. And I'll also have this out on YouTube as well. All that out of the way. Okay. Puck's a denied pick for Amped, and SF is the ban. Yeah, Amped Puck is pretty legit. I have seen him play that before. And then, yeah, as you're saying, I think SF is the ban against him too. They're also just picking up they're essentially both doing the same things now. The Venge is interesting because I don't think it's as strong of a 5 hero. The same thing with like a PA Dazzle lane. It doesn't feel great. You have a lot of slow, and maybe you can, if they overextend on a Beastmaster, you can potentially make something of it. You have to be quite careful if you're Beastmaster, but at the same time, Dazzle has to be in great unison with the Phantom Assassin, because he can't just go and fight a Beastmaster on his own, because Beastmaster's just going to turn it with the boars, and it's not gonna go too great, especially if you're into the Puck as well in that off lane. But we could have a mid Puck at the same time. Again, it's mostly a flex pick. Both of these first picks I think are flex, although the Ogre Magi is support guaranteed. Not going to be an off laner because that Centaur is in there. Should CP and Cripplers pick up a core here, I think that's the best option right now. You have your Venge picked. You could... Drow is definitely not the pick here. I think there's way too many heroes on the other end that like get on top of her. I do like the Venge Drow pairing. You could maybe go really cheesy and pick like a Luna or something. I'm not sure if the Luna Glaives give Centaur the procs if it's a secondary hit. I'm not sure how that interacts. I don't think they do though, so that could potentially be something that we see. Not too terrible into the PA either. We also have Nakes in the pool still, but that actually is a really good option now that I think about it. You already have somebody to remove armor in the Vengeful Spirit, and you also have 2 strength cores or 2 strength heroes into the same lane. So Nakes is looking really good. It's also a prime game for a Timber if they want to run that safe lane. I've seen that done before in many other leagues. All right, options are open. They picked the Weaver though, which is, I think it's a little bit too squishy. Like, they have a lot of jump. They have 2 heavy lockdown heroes in the Centaur and the Ogre. Weaver's probably not going to die in the lane, but if PA tries to 1v1 a Weaver, I think PA is going to win out there into the late game. Not the greatest pick, I don't think. Weaver has to play very carefully, cannot get caught out. Probably has to get a Lincoln Sphere relatively soon, like 2nd or 3rd item. And then a BKB as well, which doesn't feel too great going Lincolns and BKB. I still would expect them to pick a Timbersaw here, though. Like, you could totally throw a Timbersaw mid. It's not... The Magic Burst feels pretty good into PA, I think. I could be totally wrong on that, but at least you don't have to worry about the mischance. You have your core in the Weaver, something that is just going to make space for the Weaver to farm, because you're really not going to see Weaver wanting to show up to fights early on, especially since they have a Centaur Ogre. The earlier Centaur gets a blink, the more dead this Weaver looks. So the Weaver can't show up too heavily. And so we got Dazzle, PA picked, and then also the Weaver. Oh, I wrote Dazzle down twice. Let me scratch that out because I use a pen. Is the Venge. Okay. So they both of these teams need their mids yet. Is Big Boy their mid? I can't quite remember. I think Crucial Taunt. Matty plays support for them, if I remember correctly. But anyways, well, we'll see. I'm pretty sure Amped is mid player for Desolators. At least I assume Amped is. Huscato 4, I believe. I'm trying to remember me saying these names in my previous cast and what heroes they were playing. But I think Huscato's played Clockwork quite a bit. They go for the TA. Yeah. MKB buyer, I guess. You're gonna get a blink too. Get some chase. You can play fast and loose with a Weaver TA. They don't have too many dots. Well, they actually have quite a bit of dots, but they're pretty slow ticking, so not too great into the shield. You still have a lot of reaction time against them as well. There's is a flight time for Dazzle's Q as well as the Ignite from Ogre. So if you need to get a blink off, you can dodge them pretty easily. And then the Pugna pick too. Gives them a lot of push. They probably just want to end this game really quickly. PA can kind of just hopefully gets an early Deso, and you just push super hard with the Pugna PA. And Centaur gets like 2 items and he's tanky. So I think they're definitely gearing towards we're going to end this game in 35 minutes if you're Desolators. Peen Cripplers have more of a late game lineup. The Weaver needs to get a good start. Otherwise, I think they're just going to fall apart. Doesn't really matter what kind of game Matty is getting. They do have some good kill potential with the Beastmaster Puck. But we'll see. I'm kind of leaning towards Deso's draft a bit here. I like the Ogre Magi pairing with the Centaur. I think that's what we're going to see in the off lane. Thought we'd maybe get the Nakes, but they ended up going for the TA. Still feels pretty good. Should be Matty mid on that one. Big Boy with the Core Weaver. Ross Daddy with the Vengeful Spirit Crucial Taunt on that Beastmaster off lane. And Average Peen on the Puck. Huscato on the Ogre. Jace on the Centaur. Ben himself is on Dazzle. Narathine on that PA and Amped on Pugna. I think it's an even game though. I kind of like the way both teams have drafted here. Again, I'm leaning towards Desolators, but this is a game where it's like, yeah, if it's the start isn't as good for either team, can definitely go into the late game, be very close the entire way through. Both these teams need a little bit of farm at least before they're going to end the game. Breaking high ground is kind of difficult if you're Desolators. There's a couple of wave clear in the Puck and the Beastmaster and the Venge. So it's not like you can end the game too quickly. You have to kind of win a team fight first before this game is going to be over. So it should be exciting. But we shall see. I don't want to speak too soon. What if this is just like a blowout? I don't think so. Usually you don't see that. But when you see them going for the 5-man rotation top, this is something that a couple of teams have been doing. In the other games that I've casted, you don't see a lot of teams doing it. It's like only a few. As you see Desolators going for this, but Peen Crippler is doing the exact opposite. They're just sending their heroes spaced out quite a bit. Crucial Taunt actually already sending the Hawk out. Not going to catch anything with it. I don't see where he sent it. They're going to try and find a kill. Not going to go for the Roche. I don't think it's the game for that. I'm going to take the risky high ground walk here, but they will successfully get it. They see Average Peen, but that's not the target you want. No, he already picked up the silence, jumps away, doesn't have the orb, though. Has already gotten slowed. There's also Jace, went for the, or the debuff, or the passive instead, Retaliate, so he doesn't have the stun, but they still get enough right clicks there to just pick up the kill. The slow from Dazzle is more than enough. I'm kind of surprised we don't see Crucial Taunt walking across and going for that outpost. Okay, he misleveled and did not pick up the orb because he lives there if he levels orb. There's no question about it. It's kind of an unfortunate happening of events there. We'll steal off the outpost immediately. Again, doesn't really give you much, but it's something, I guess. Potentially could have just gone and picked up the bounty rune. Actually, Huscato was in the area and Crucial Taunt was a bit far behind. I think Huscato could have picked that one up. Didn't go for the Orb of Venom to start, but can buy it very soon here. Narathian's going to go for a bit of a block. We do have a mid matchup between Amped and Matty. I think Matty has a decent advantage here with the TA. Obviously, Amped can fuck with his CS a little bit, but you don't really mind too much. Once you get a level into the shield, you can dodge out a lot of the damage that Pugna is going to be able to do. That burst damage is completely nullified. But early on, it looks like Amp doing a pretty decent job picking up the CS, getting some denies, able to get the disarm out onto Matty. It's Decrepify, strong skill, believe it or not. Matty's actually missing quite a bit too. It's a good start for Amp though. 6 denies already, going for the record there, trying to get that one boost up. We do see Big Boy a little bit spaced out top. Jace is doing a decent job of putting his hero in between the creep wave and Big Boy, so that he doesn't really have too much space to just get CS freely. And we also have Ben up here with the Dazzle. You gotta still be careful of that too. I am surprised they did run the Centaur with the Dazzle, and Ogre has gone bottom, but Narathian, maybe they think that'll give him a little bit of extra space. You can't really kill a puck anyways, so might as well not throw him down there. Even if you slow the puck, he still got the orb away. You can really only go on the Beastmaster realistically. Crucial taunt. I mean, he's pretty tanky too, though. So that's the main issue. You can't. It's hard to kill a Beastmaster. Kind of have to play that one safe. Make sure your heroes aren't dying. Again, Matty tanking a bit of damage there. Amped is just playing really well to start this. 3 CS for Matty. And a rough start. Amped is just owning right now. 8 and 8. Not the highest CS in the game, but the highest denies by quite a bit. Other than that, you got Jace with 6, and also on top of the CS charts too. Farming going untouched for a Centaur, and then, well, I mean, it is a Centaur, but the earlier you get that blink, the better. Does feel pretty good too. You also get the 2 extra stacks and retaliate with the double hit from Big Boy. So good interaction there if you're Centaur, I think. They'll still take the 2 stacks no matter what. Crucial Taunt getting slowed bottom. Also already used the stun, but can they get the damage? I don't think so. Narathian Dagger still on cooldown, had to use the blink too, so there was no chasing underneath the tower top. They're trying to go on a Ben. The Weaver running forward. Big Boy with 1 more hit should be able to bring him down. Does pop the South too, but no, the stun from Jade is going to try and turn it. Could pop the Sakuchi to keep going for it, but Ben's already healed up with that salve, able to cancel it out. Is Big Boy running back through the Dazzle. Taking a little bit more of that damage from the poison touch. Big Boy has to just retreat into the trees, and this whole time, Big Boy isn't farming the wave. And it's definitely slowing down the Weaver. You're pretty happy with this if you're Ben. Still making a lot of space for Jace. And hopefully your core bottom is out farming the Weaver. You kind of have to just assume it. Narathian actually... quite a far ways ahead, doubling the CS of the Weaver to start. Looking pretty good. It's a slight advantage towards Radiant right now. Again, they also got their first blood too, so that's sort of where that one's coming from. Nice deny there on the range creep for Average Peen. How did this wave get? Did they pull? How did this wave get so big? What's Narathian's ticking down a bit. Does have a blink though. I don't think they can realistically chase this. Just gonna tank another orb. Diving forward is Average Being a couple more CS. Fuscato is dropping low too. But Crucial Taunt not going for the axes early on. I don't think he can actually bring down Fuscato. Jumping forward is Narathian. 1 more hit would have gotten him, but now Narathian in a dangerous position. Fuscato used the salve already too, and now Narathian only down to Tango's 175 health. Doesn't really want to step forward into this too much. Average Peen healing up too, and now Narathian's just tanking a lot of damage without too much regen. See top again as well, contesting the pull. It looks like Jace just getting rid of that side camp, able to farm up the creeps pretty easily. Average Peen is going to tank 2 tower shots there, but still be able to heal up. Narathian haven't used all those tangos yet, is going to ferry out a salve though, so it should work out well for them. The 5-minute bounty rune spawning. Rust Daddy is going to tick down top. Ben just running him down. No chance for survival there, and he gets the tip afterwards too. A nice kill there for Ben. 101 on the Dazzle to start. Feels pretty good. You've set up both the kills so far. 100% kill participation. You get the slow on the Crucial Taunt. I don't think Narathian wants to jump in, though. Only 5 stacks on that wand, so there's not really any turn potential. Does not want to keep going. Jay still farming okay top. Could potentially... He's going for the Vanguard first. I would honestly argue that he needs a pipe at some point, too. But Vanguard first is still pretty good. You might as well negate some of the damage that Weaver is getting from that double hit and just get the full advantage from the Retaliate there. Look at how mid's going. It's 32 CS for Amped and only 27 for Matty. So he's come back into this quite a bit, but still, it's the deny differential that is huge right now. Again, Matty able to dodge out most of that burst damage, so Amped is going to be taking quite a bit more. Is not going to be able to pick up that Arcane Rune either, getting slowed up by the TA. It looks like he's gonna go for the ultimate turn. He's healing it back up, and now Matty just has to back. Didn't have the shield, able to pop the salve. There is a stun from Rustaddy, but does he want to chase this any further? I don't think so. Matty does not want anything to do with this. Amped just playing calm and patient there, popping the Decrepify on himself and then going for the ultimate, and there was just no way he was dying. Did have the stun on the Venge, I think, but he might have already used it. I thought he had it.
That's not right.
And, well, you've left Big Boy alone, but I mean, you're a Weaver. You're able to find farm relatively easy, even if you are alone. It's the XP is a pretty big deal, too. But Jace is already level 5 up here. He's a little bit ahead of Big Boy in terms of XP, even though Ben's been camping out in this lane. Nice stack there from Average Peen. I think Matty's going to be able to farm that up pretty soon. Might just go do it right now, honestly. You're not really going to save the tower against a... oh, top Ben dropping a bit low. He's also got the bug on him, so there's easy vision. Got a couple of right clicks there for Big Boy. Running forward again, too, with the Sakuchi. They're going to go for the stun, but can they really bring down Jace? They just don't do enough damage. They get the kill in the meantime, however, so I think you'll take it, especially if you're getting it on your Weaver. Big Boy feeling pretty good about that one. 100 with 24 CS. About middle of the pack right now. Still Amped on top, and Matty's actually doing a really good job at farming back into this game. Did have that rough start initially, but able to farm up the jungle. And I don't think Amped has really left the lane that much to farm a single jungle camp. I don't think we've seen a single neutral item yet. What? What? Oh no, we do. We have the one neutral item. And it's probably, I mean, it's okay. It's okay early on if you're TA, but you'll probably swap it out for something better once you can get it. Crucial Taunt getting slowed bottom. And this looks like a very dead Beastmaster unless he gets the TP. No, the heal from Ben is enough burst. They go for the stun turn on Narathian, but there's just no turning it. Just have to back up. Ben dropping a little bit low too. Average Peen blinking forward with the silence, but he's gone too far. Had no chance. The grave popped early as well. Rustaddy might even tick down. Narathian just diving underneath the tower. There's the ultimate pop from the Centaur. 3 kills in the bottom lane. A complete disaster for Dire. Peen Crippler's just getting a little bit overzealous there. Now mid-amp taking down just a bit. He can, again, turn it with that ult, that Decrepify. You have to play so careful if you're Matty. Just knows he can't quite bring him down. He is getting the hits through, though. The Psyblade siphons through to that Pugna. Where are these neutral items? Nobody is farming the jungle right now. And it's weird. Radiant hasn't even looked at it one bit yet. Okay, now they're finally doing something Rathian, going for it. They're both farming the same camp, however. Really optimizing that chance of getting some items early on. Is one thing I think these teams need to be doing a bit more. I mean, they're going to get probably 3 neutral items out of this ancient stack if Matty goes over to farm it. But I think he's gotten both of their neutral items so far. Nope. That is the Arcane Ring on Weaver, but I think he actually paired that out. I don't know. Oh, he's not picking that up, actually. I mean, it's kind of meh on the Weaver. I missed that CS rip. Daddy trying to get a nice D-ward there. Looks like he just found the sentry. Huscato finding the bounty. There's the blink forward dagger from Narathian, and I think he should be able to get this. No, there's the stun blinking forward plus the roar. They get the turn onto Narathian. There's no kill on Rust Daddy, and they get punished. Overzealous themselves. Huscato just has to back up, getting slowed by that boar. And again, there's no chance of survival. Huscato just taking down, pretty much just baited Narathian into trying to get that kill there. I think there should be one more Q on this mid tower from Amps to bring it down. Can easily make sure he gets that kill too. No, Matty could go for the deny right now. I think that tower gonna hit it once. No. Catapult, trusty catapult bringing it down, so he will miss out on that chance. But yeah, that mid tier 1 and quick falling is kind of what you gotta expect when you're playing against a Pugna, though, especially one that's had a decent start like Amped. Matty is on top again, though. He's been farming the jungle a lot more efficiently than Amped has. Huscato stunning up a boar, and they're just going for the last hits here, but Huscato is dropping so low that roars up in 30 seconds. Huscato really can't be here. There is no axes, though, so I don't think they can chase, and now maybe Crucial Taunt's gone too far. The blink forward plus the stun. Huscato turning it around. There's the orb too, not gonna hit, so not diving any further. They do lose Crucial Taunt as I screw up camera movement there, but don't worry about that part. This, what the alright, interesting build on a puck, I will say that. Interesting build on a puck. This ward's not bad either, I think, if you're ready and you want to be able to see over here, and it actually probably makes that kill a bit easier. If you're Huscato, it's level 6 now. It feels pretty good for an ogre. 0-1 and 4 star for him, but it's 6-3 kill score. Deso's in the lead. Decent start. Jace just freely farming top for the most part. You're still behind on Matty, and look at this, man. We'll jump over to net worth. Not on top, it is that centaur, but Matty's CS is just crazy. 91 now at 12 minutes. And, well, I mean, they've left Big Boy alone for a bit now. They're going to try and go past the tower. The sentry dropped, right? He doesn't have level 8. That ultimate is up. The sentry being dropped as well. Just going for the blind stun is Jace. Running back through it with the Sakuchi is Big Boy. You have to be a little careful here since you've already waited 4 seconds and you're already this low. I think Jace can see you as well. Doesn't want to run through this with the Sakuchi. There's 2 wards over here. No, they actually brought down one. Going for the TP way is Jace. They're going to try and fight this bottom. There's the alt pop too. They're trying to find Crucial Taunt, and I think they will. He's got the war over onto Amped, trying to get the damage out. The rotation from Matty 2 with the DD. They kill off Crucial Taunt. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but you've also killed off the Ogre. There's the stun from Chase. They get the kill onto the bench, but he just gets melted afterwards. That DD from Matty, what a timely pickup. A nice rotation as well, is getting closer and closer to that Deso. And, well, they should be taking some towers of their own once they get that picked up. Not deciding to push any further, however. Actually, not even showing up to that was Big Boy. But, I mean, really, if you TP into that as a Weaver, there's not much you can do. Average Peen just having an orb away does not want to fight up into a PA. See what Ben and Huscato find. They're in the side. Rust Daddy maybe looking for a stun. Has a swap too, but I don't think they can realistically get this. Rust Daddy has to just run out. They focus on a Crucial Taunt. No, they split it. Rust Daddy taking a lot of damage from Narathian. Able to pick that one up. The Venge just isn't tanky enough. And in comes Amped. Wants to take this tower. Wants to get the kills. There's the burst. Plus the Decrepify ult from Amped. They got vision on him too. And no way to get out. And then looks like they're going to lose the tier 1 bottom. Really early tower losses if you're Peen Cripplers. And it's a really slow start for them, but again, this is kind of what you have to expect when you're playing up into a Pugna. Losing the towers early on. All 4 heroes have rotated down, and all you really can do is just throw the orbs out. You don't have any levels in the axis yet. You do have that roar up if they want to try and fight. There's a rotation over from Matty. Might try and kill somebody. No, there's the blink. The one shot on the Ben. He was low enough. He got the slow on Huscato too. Is he going to keep following this one up? He's able to chase a bit further, but no, there's the ult from the Centaur. They're going to try and kill off Matty, but they find Average P, the crit too from Narathine, the burst enough to bring down the puck. There was no escape. Yet again, Amped getting roared up. Do they have enough damage for him, though? He has that Decrepify on cooldown. They want to keep chasing Crucial Taunt, just not getting any help. However, Necrobook's gonna try and bring him down, but no dice there. They're gonna finally kill off the Centaur too, who dove trying to kill off Rust Daddy, it looks like, underneath the tier 2. The rest of the team did not want to go that far. Unfortunate death there for Jace. And now running uphill, Huscato, you just survived on low health and you ran into Matty again. It's a double kill. Blinking forward onto Narathine. They get the slow. Even then, Narathine can dodge most of these hits, but hitting them all so far as Matty does miss one. The blink away to the creeps. There is a blink in 6 seconds, but not going to chase any further. Doesn't want to risk it. Not without that shield. Really isn't too much help to follow up either. Venge still down here is kind of low, and there isn't a ward either, so you can play pretty safe here. Might go for an aggressive ward. But I'm pretty much immediately going to get dewarded. I'm surprised they are pushing more in their lane with the Beastmaster, because it does feel like this bottom tier 1 is a pretty big deal if they can get it to fall. Okay, it looks... Nope. Radiant still hasn't gotten all 4 tier 1 items. Actually still needs one more too, and none of them are really that impressive. On any of the heroes, the Arcane Ring on Puck does feel pretty good, and also the Imp Claw on TA. I mean, it's pretty insane. It's where a lot of that burst damage is going to come from, especially since Matty went for that Blink Burst too. They get the Puck coil onto mid, but the Decrepify Amp saved him, but then Narathine ran out of the coil. Really just killing himself there. I think he would have died anyways, but made it a little bit easier if you're Peen Cripplers. You'll just give the kill to the Puck, I guess. It's an Arcane Rune on Amped. Maybe he wants to keep chasing. He does find Big Boy in the jungle, but I mean, there's no really fighting there. Neither of them can bring each other down. The blink for the stun. It's missed. Ben is a really low, but no, there's the side blades. The kill for Matty, and now Matty is just going insane. Huscato, the next one to fall. They've killed off Jace, and into the tower they go. Top tier 1 is gone. Even Big Boy coming to join the party. Down mid, it's onto the tier 2s. Throwing out a couple of Nether Blasts. Didn't really hit too many creeps with it, though. They're able to at least clear the creep wave with that Fortify, and they will eventually back. But they're getting so much space for Matty. Again, getting closer and closer to that Dessa. Also just found a Grove Bow, too, which I think you just keep the Imp Claw. I think you keep the Imp Claw. You'd rather have that burst damage. Big Boy dropping into the jungle again, but yeah. Sakuchi away, Narathine. I mean, there's no Abyssal yet. No Skull Basher for some RNGesus work there, so it'll just run away. Rustati running into Narathine potentially. There's a haste rune though, so I don't think Narathine's going to be able to find this kill. Didn't see the ward placement either, so this is a pretty decent ward if you're Rustati. Does finally get the Deso onto Narathine, and at the same time, I mean, you pretty much have Deso on Matty. You're behind by a full item if you're Narathine. I mean, the Van Brace kind of making up some difference there, but the Imp Claw on that TA is a little bit better, I think. I think it's better. I also got Philosopher's Stone on that Venge, so that helps out quite a bit. Get some save. He's already got a Vlad's too. Rustati looking pretty good. We'll spot out Narathine. You kind of got to be careful. He just ran into the team, but they didn't actually want to blink forward and go. Jace has that blink dagger now as well with the Vanguard. Able to cancel it out, but how do they want to approach this? 19 minutes. They're going to lose their outposts. They're going to lose the XP from the outpost. Crucial Taunt getting the roar. They blow up Amped immediately, and a lot of your damage is just gone. Blinking forward onto the fight is Matty. I think they can get this. It was a nice coil too. They're all locked in, and it's a complete wipe. Ben going for the TP. No, there's the swap. The only survivor is Jace. Disaster of a fight for Desolators. They all got caught out by the coil. Amp just too far forward, and it's an easy roar for Crucial Taunt. And this is going to be a really quick roast too. Matty with that Deso as well. They also have the medallion plus the armor debuff from that Vengeful. Easy Roche, and well, we might see him go for some more towers here. Matty with that Aegis now. Kind of surprised they didn't give it to the Weaver, but Weaver isn't really playing too aggressive yet. Doesn't really have the items to make it worth it. You might as well just give it to Matty so he can blink forward, go for some kills that wouldn't be possible otherwise. Is going to find a DD in the river too. Going for that BKB. Closer and closer. They're up 8k, and it's a really good start if you're Peen Cripplers. Not allowing the Pugna to get out of hand, and now your lineup is sort of balling out of control at the same time. They lost all their tier 1s pretty much immediately, but you have to expect that against the Pugna draft. They just bide their time, they play patiently, and they've kind of turned it now. Narathian actually getting a kill top onto Rustaddy. It looks completely solo. Didn't even have a chance to get the stun off. Yeah, PA with the Deso does quite a bit of damage. Didn't get it earlier, however. I think that's really what slowed them down. Blinking forward, Matty doesn't get the full slow onto Jace. He also had the ult coming up too, and he's still pretty tanky. Don't want to commit too far into that tanky of a hero. It's pretty risky. Crucial Taunt with the Roar. Maybe goes for it onto Jace. It's an early Roar. They also get the blink in, plus the magic damage from Average Peen. Matty getting another kill. Wicked 6 streak for him. Forward onto Hiscato, he says. And, well, that one's, he's double thinking. He's having second thoughts about it. Maybe going for an Arathian instead. They also have another trap, too, if they really want to keep diving past the tier 2s, but they just don't have the vision. Maybe just go for Hiscato instead behind the tier 2. They're walking up to this. You do not want to be here if you're Ben. Doesn't get the hit though. He messed up the meld hit and a lot of damage is gone. There's a nice ult. The coil only onto the puck. You lose your life on Average Peen, and now Matty in a really bad spot. You do have the swap back in too. Able to save him. There's the blink forward onto the high ground. Narathian got some backup from Jace, who also blinked up. Rustaddy getting ticked down by Amps as they didn't find that kill. They've lost 2. It's only supports, however, and I don't think they're going to lose any more. There's the dagger onto Crucial Taunt, but not really wanting to chase any further. The blink from Jace if they want to go for it, but crossing the river is kind of dangerous. Opting out is Jace, and Narathian had already back too. Already used the ult as well, so that kind of hinders their ability to chase, but it's a decent turn. You get 2 kills. That net worth lead sort of falling. Not quite yet, but it's something. You took a bite into it. You still got Matty just very securely on top, though. Just Average Peen going top. We'll see if they try it. He's got the coil again, but can they kill Hiscato with just these two? Big Boy might not actually do enough damage yet, picking up that Grove Bow. He's still working on a Hurricane Pike too, so he's quite a while before he has anything or any kind of damage. It's really just up to Matty to carry them, and they're not looking for fights while they don't have the Aegis. They've taken all the tier 1s, not really looking for tier 2s yet. Jeez. Walking bottom, maybe looking for a jump on a Crucial Taunt, but they don't quite have the vision for it. The warding's still pretty decent if you're dire. Most of these defensive wards for Desos. I mean, these two are pretty much the exact same thing. I'm honestly surprised that hasn't been dewarded yet either. And then there's also this one they're about to lose too. Most of these just on the river if you're dire in the mid lane. That's really where they want to keep vision too. Making sure they don't cross. And they also get one up into the jungle. Maybe spot out Amped or somebody else farming. And they don't have a sentry to spot this either. So we'll not find that one. Jace maybe. Play careful. But it's hard for him to find something either. Like they definitely need burst. The Pugna is just not doing it. And it's kind of just up to Jace to find an initiation. They might go for a blink as they are, or a smoke, sorry. They are pretty grouped right now. Still just holding on to that one as Ben. There's a TP bottom too. They really want to position for this. Amp does not want to get caught out immediately again though. Running through top, it is spotted by a ward. So some of these aggressive wards can give you. They see Jace running through the jungle. They also spotted the courier of Rust Daddy, so they know he's down here. But he could just go for a TP. Rust Daddy has to be a little bit careful with the courier. Does lose that one, blinking away to dodge that boar hit. Also got a TP bottom two from Big Boy. He wants to get into this. Is that another Deso too? No, it's actually just the MKB. They get a kill on the back. The Dazzle just getting exploded. Plus the Roar swap onto the, onto the Amped. They lose Hiscato as well. The fight kind of all over the place. Big Boy just chasing them down. They did not even need Matty there. Didn't fight with the Dazzle either. And on to the tier 2s we go. The push bottom. Not going to be stopped right now if you're Radiant. Down 2 heroes. And yeah, the MKB just kind of out of nowhere for Big Boy. Building straight into it, opting out. There was the nerf to Maelstrom. It was the bounce range, I believe, or the activation range. Did get changed, so you don't really... I mean, I guess it's a decent enough change that you might as well just not go it. And he wants to be able to hit the PA a lot more consistently. 75% chance to pierce through evasion. Which still doesn't make sense, but deal 100 damage too, which is nice. Yeah, I will never understand that. So it's a 50% evasion, but there's 75% chance to pierce through it. So you already have a half. Like, there's a 1 in 2 chance that you're going to hit your attacks anyways. Then you also have a 75% chance to pierce it. I can't, it's what, 0.75 times 0.5? No. I can't do this math right now. It's too much for me right now. And I should be able to do it. Nerathine walking forward is going to step on a trap, not exploding it. Rust Daddy looking very dead right now. Completely caught out. The team will rotate over, but it's not going to be in time, and they don't want to take a fight without the Venge either. That's a decent save. So it's 75% chance to ignore it. Maybe it just ignores it. And if it doesn't proc, it's just a 50% chance. But there's still a base chance on the hit. I don't know. I can't think of it right now. Anyways, I'm terrible at math, like in the moment, heat of the moment. They also get the roar on the Ben. It's a great start for a fight, but where's your burst? You get the grave on the Ben. Again, it's really early. Jay's taking a little bit of damage, but that's not the target you want if you're the TA. They're getting the kills anyway. Jace falling low to Matty once again. Godlike streak for him. Nerathine trying to find a kill on the backside, but he just can't get a crit. Nerathine gets robbed. It's a double kill for Crucial Taunt. They lose everybody but the Pugna, who wasn't even there. Found the Dazzle to start, but just didn't kill him after the war. You might as well make him use the grave, though. Again, it's one of their saves gone. Still looking like they're going to lose 2-3s, however. Blinking forward is Matty with that BKB. It's a really early use, though, because he can't chase anymore. There's no slow for Amp. Hiscato just fighting in. There's the grave. The save from Ben. A nice play. They're going to try and cancel the blink from Matty, but I think he's going to be able to get it. Yes, he does. That shield still had ticks on it, too. And they're gonna back. We will see if we get Roche. And yeah, they don't have a trap in the Roche pit, so they're not gonna see this spawn. But this is the cheese Roche. They might just be waiting until that comes up. They did take all the racks bottom. Big Boy doing enough damage to at least take those down. And I think it's Roche time. It feels like it's Roche time. Crucial Taunt farming up a couple more camps. And it's kind of just up to Radiant. Like, Desos need to spot this. They're going to also ward underneath a Dire Ward too. But they might not have seen it. I'm surprised they haven't found this one. They ended up just placing it on the cliff instead. And I mean, yeah, this is a decent ward too. It's giving them a lot of vision over what Ben is doing, and it makes it almost impossible for them to run up into the jungle. And Narathine, this is not how you want to get caught. There's the roar. They're gonna probably use the coil too. They do onto Narathine on the backside too. Matty just finding kills over on Jace, so they don't have that ult to turn it. There's the puck coil swap combo. With the Venge, Matty's just going insane. Completely other side of the map. It's all over the place. It's another 4 kills, and again, you don't lose the Pugna, but really, is that your defense? Damn, to be able to pop the Decrepify onto himself, there is no cancel for the stun. However, the swap, no. Rust Daddy, it was still on cooldown, and I think they're still going to lose the tier 3s and their Rex. There's a couple of buybacks, but I think you just have to spend all of them in order to save this Rex. And back into Roche they go. They're getting these fights beautifully. The smoke into the rest of the team, and there's 2 heroes completely isolated for Matty to take on. I mean, Desso's just kind of discombobulated at this point. They're not really playing as a cohesive unit. I mean, Matty just dismembered them. Lotus Orb up now on average peen, and up into the mid tier 3 towers we go. This is probably it too. A 26k lead 30 minutes into the game with that Aegis on Matty. And well, even with that buff, there's not really much she can do. Deso on Matty is more than enough to bring these racks down pretty quickly. But they're still gonna play it safe. See what they can find. Maybe look for a roar with Crucial Taunt. Who's it gonna be on though? It's probably either Narathine or Amped. Crucial Taunt in the back with that Medallion too, popping it over onto a core. Able to get the Crepify onto Matty. There's the blink forward, the stun. He got the shield off though. The swap out, nice save from Rust Daddy. Just getting exploded is Jace. Forward, coil onto 2. The swap on a Narathine. Completely caught out in the middle of his team. Goes for the blink away, but there's a hit. It's enough. Matty with the second blink forward, getting the kill. The GG called. Matty popping BKB. It's over. Another 4 kills, and again the Pugna doesn't die. It's a 12-0 performance for Matty. And yeah, well, now Amped is gonna die. 4, 4, and 5, lowest deaths. I'm pretty sure lowest deaths on. Yep. Oh, well, okay, that game wasn't quite as close, but maybe we'll get a better game too. I think Matty just takes control of that game pretty much single-handedly. They don't control Matty, 13-0. And it wasn't like, again, it's not like the greatest start for a TA into a Pugna, but Matty farms the jungle, goes back into the lane, starts owning, didn't even kill, I don't think he killed Amp once, like in the lane. It was mostly just some good rotations early on, plus the efficient use of the jungle camps there. And Big Boy with pretty much the same. Desolators just like didn't take advantage of the neutral item spawns either. I don't even know if they finished their tier 1 items. I mean, they probably did, but just felt a bit late there. Highest farmed was Amped. Had a sheep at the end there too, but it was just too late. All right, well, we'll go to game 2. It is Peen Cripplers up 1-0. This is round 1 of the tournament too, so it's a best of 3. Pretty early ending to game 1. I guess it's 7:22. What, this started at 6:30, right? This didn't take 2 hours. What? No, I'm an idiot. Okay, yeah, we're good. I was thinking Eastern time still for some reason. But yeah, we will be jumping into game 2. Ping Cripplers up 1-0. And I will mute myself just so until we get into game 2. So be right back.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban.
Alright, let's get it. We see the Ricky ban again. We did swap signs, so Peen Cripplers, or Matty's team is swapping over to Radiant for this game.
Radiant team's turn to
A little
ban.
bit of a switch up. They also
Dire
took
team's
first
turn to
pick
ban.
as well. Once again. Yeah, they had first pick last game too. Okay. They're going to ban out Ricky Veno, same as last game. I mean, you might as well keep it the same. I think if your Desolators, the one thing you have to change, you cannot give Matty that much space.
Dire
It's
team
really what hurt them in game 1. Completely owning. Like, you got to stop him somehow. You got to put a stop to the
Dire
Matty
team's
train.
turn to pick. Puck.
Still the Puck first pick, not getting banned out. A little surprisingly, not getting banned out either. Again, I think that's another hero that was kind of
Dire
an
team's
issue.
turn to pick.
Really hinders your ability to move around in a fight. But they pick the Clockwork Shadow Fiend to start. They're going for the Clockwork Shadow Fiend combo. Get a couple early souls. SF Clock, and then we also get Puck. And they went for the Beastmaster after that pick in game 1. And I think you could do it in this game too, but you might want to get an extra stun. Maybe an Earthshaker, potentially. You probably go for something that's actually able to get out of Clockwork cogs. Beastmaster isn't too bad because you can summon a couple things, and then the Clockwork Battery Salt doesn't hurt you as much, especially if you go Necro too and save them. Could potentially see them go for the Venge again too, because Venge isn't terrible in the Clockwork. You could also pick the Snapfire as well, which didn't get bans in the first game either. Snapfire is still in the pool right now, and I think Snapfire is like one of the best Clockwork counters in the entire game right now. It's also decent in the Shadow Fiend too. You get some extra stun there. That ultimate did get nerfed quite heavily, but I'm pretty sure it's still decent.
Radiant team's turn to ban.
Yeah, I still think it's pretty great. The Night Stalker pick works too. You're able to get out of the Clockwork cogs when you have ultimate, so it does make your fight a little bit harder, but I mean, not the greatest still. Clockwork giving you a decent amount of vision at the same time. Oh, I forgot to go down one row. We also get the instant Huskar ban too, as they don't want to give him Huskar
10 seconds
SF.
remaining.
Is this like a safe lane SF that they were expecting, or is this like a
5
safe
seconds
lane
remaining.
Huskar they banned it out for?
Radiant team's turn to ban.
Revenge ban too. Not something I thought they would go for. I mean, this is a pretty terrible Clockwork game so far. Like, Clockwork into Puck Night Stalker feels pretty terrible. I mean, those are two heroes you cannot initiate onto
Dire team ban.
without them just like walking out immediately afterwards. Most of the time. Again, with
Great,
Night
you're
Stalker, it's most of the time. And it really feels like the Clockwork's just kind of shoved in here because, oh, it pairs well with SF Souls, so let's pick it. I really, if you're gonna pick Clockwork, I think it should be saved for like a third pick, especially if you have first pick, because then they're picking 3 heroes, and you can see if Clockwork's actually going to be good that game, because Clockwork is a tempo setting hero. That's how he needs to be played. Not a lot of teams play him that way, but he's the one that needs to be finding kills for you, and he can't right now. And they can just draft completely around it for the next 2 heroes as well. Could potentially see Desolators going for Invoker 4. Maybe that sounds kind of weird, but I don't know how you pair this Shadow Fiend in there.
Dire
You could
teams
go
turn to
Skyrat
pick.
too, maybe, and just throw Clockwork 5. Either one. Could go. Dazzle is still in the pool as well. The TA banned out because Ben, I mean,
Radiant
very
teams
rightfully
turn to pick.
so. Matty just crushing last game. Not really the lane, but it was, yeah, it was the just performance on the hero late into the game too was crazy. Do get the Chiguro pick too. That pairs well with the
10 seconds
Clockwork, but
remaining.
again, if nobody's gonna get stuck in the cogs, it's not great.
5 seconds remaining.
Do we see Murana picks anymore? I don't think we see Murana picks anymore. I like the hero
Dire
still,
team's
but
turn
it's
to
not as
pick.
good as it used to be. Saw major nerfs on it. And again, the last patch was more nerf heavy than it was like actually trying to bring some heroes up. But I mean, that still could make Murana relevant again. You probably don't want to play it in a puck though. Potentially Peen Cripplers picks it up, but they already have their 2 support
10
heroes
seconds
now.
remaining.
And they're probably going to pick their carry. Desolators has kind of shown
5
their hand
seconds
a bit
remaining.
too heavy. They still need to pick their offlaner unless this is the 3 Clockwork, but at this point you might as well just make it a 4 Clockwork and pick a 3 that has some more lockdown too. You're looking at maybe, probably not a Centaur actually. Pit Lord is gone. So to ban that one out, which I think might have been useful. Probably want something to just frontline for you. This Clockwork feels kind of squishy. Maybe it's Centaur, potentially a Sand King. Not too bad. Ricky is gone. Yeah, Hamp does not want to play into that TA again. Played really well in the lane. And they're actually spending a lot of time in this. I think they picked their core here.
Radiant teams turn to pick.
And no, they actually go with the Viper.
Dire teams turn to ban.
Hold on one sec, boys. Who is this? What the fuck? Oh no! Get out of here. Okay. What is this? What the fuck?
10 seconds
Oh, that's
remaining.
the actual. Okay, we're good. Okay, okay.
5 seconds remaining.
And then the Arc Warden pick up 2 after that Viper. The Viper's a little boring. So safe lane SF with a mid Viper. Also, why does Viper have? Oh, it's because of Jakiro's wings. I keep forgetting that it renders the shadows in the pick phase. Like, it looks so weird, but Viper just looks so strange with that. But it's a mid. I think you throw the Viper mid, especially if it's going to be Arc Warden mid. I don't think Arc Warden's safe lane is great. Viper is definitely the counter to that as well. I mean, Viper is the counter to every single mid. But, I mean, it's just a boring pickup. Like, and it's not great into an Arc Warden either, but it also was the counter pick, so they're kind of cheesing this one. They did ban out the Arc Warden last game with their 3rd ban. Ben's team did. But just missing it this game, and well, it should be Matty getting that one, I assume. Maybe Big Boy, either one. And Big Boy can play mid too, I think. So we'll see what they want to go for their last ban. I'm surprised they're spending this much time too. We'll go with the PL. And they're probably, yeah, they were deciding what they wanted to go with the last pick, and it's going to be that Ember Spirit. They don't have lockdown for it. They definitely need something. Having picked, I mean, they've already picked their core. They picked the Viper. They need their offlaner. The Beastmaster's still in the pool. Maybe a Void that you can somehow fit in here. I don't know. They definitely need a lot more lockdown though.
5 seconds remaining.
They have nothing for this Ember right now. They have nothing for the Arc Warden either. Like, Clockwork potentially gets kills onto it, but you gotta be moving really quickly, and you don't see a lot of people doing that again. So I think they definitely need something to counter it late into the game, or at least into the mid game. Something. Take it on top of Ember and Arc Warden and actually keep them in place. That's why you're looking at maybe a Void. Just like, where do you put it?
Faceless void.
Choose your
Oh
hero.
god, I'm a god drafter. Okay, I'm in their minds. Don't even at me with that one. Let's go. I should totally just start a team right now. I mean, it's like, it feels like the only pick you have. I mean, Slark is still in the pool, but not a lot of counters for that either. I mean, you still can't lock down an Ember Spirit. So, anyways, this is round 1 of the LAN tournament. I believe there's like 3 series being played on Saturday at the actual physical LAN event. This is just like the first couple rounds to get it going so that they can have enough time to play all the matches on Saturday. Ben versus Matty. I forget these two teams' records, but I think they're in announcements, maybe? Or do we have a schedule? I think we had a schedule. Either way. This is round 1 of the tournament itself. The group stage is already over. We ended that last week, and now we have the LAN event this Saturday in Peoria, Illinois. There's a Reddit post for it if you missed it, and you want to attend. Do it. It's going to be fun. I won't be there, unfortunately, but still should be a lot of fun. I forgot to say who's playing what, too, but I can do that once we get into the actual game. I need water this game. Too many tongue twisters last game. And I still can't say Neurathine, right? Alright, anyways, let's go through this. It's going to be Big Boy on the Lich, Russ Daddy on that Arc Warden, Matty on the Ember. Going bottom to start, so you are going to throw Ember safe lane, which is still fine. You just don't get that benefit of the early levels. They did swap and throw Russ Daddy. What? This is weird. Okay, they're really switching this up. Crucial top on the Night Stalker and Average Peen, of course, playing the puck once again. Neurathine. I see it and I just don't see that. It's different. Neurathine. On that Void, Hiscato on the Jakiro, and they're still going for this. Jace on the Viper, Amped on that SF, and Ben, of course, on the Clockwork. Last one to pick from. They did get 12 souls for SF, but they spent a lot of time doing it. Is that maxed out, actually? It is. But even, look at this still. It's like, you only get, 50, 70 damage into an Arc Warden that does 61. So, I mean, 9 damage is pretty, it's something. But, I mean, all that work for a 9 damage advantage. Ooh. Laying bars. They are going to lose 3 bounty runes, however. Not wanting to go into the Clockwork. Ben picking up the clogs first, but can he get the block? This is the only reason to pick up clogs first. Ben, angle of pursuit, needs to be able to get over to the wave. I think he's going to get it. No, he's not going to cast it, though. Ben! Oh, I'm totally in the camp that you should always block. But it does make it easier for a pull over here, I guess, if you do go for it later. But this is going to be off-lane Jace on a Viper. Kind of interesting. Amped mid into that Arc Warden. And I think Amped is going to have a really hard time here. I mean, obviously starting out 13 denies. But didn't get XP for that. All cogs with those ones. Average Peen trading up with Hiscato. Doesn't have an orb to get back over the trees. So Hiscato winning out on this one pretty soon. And that's Puck with the Blightstone. Thank you, Seabull. Yeah, and bottom. This is why I think you have to block, though. Like, it's in a really favorable position if you're Matty. Like, he can get 2 of these. Oh, that's a bit of a leg. I think we're fine, though. I think I'm fine. Yes, we're good. I don't know if that was just the game or what, or anybody else experienced that or what. But it should be fine. Oh, and he got the awesome cog cosmetic, too. Respect, Ben. Respect. Average Peen throwing out another orb on Huscato. Huscato is completely out of mana, but just tango up some trees. There's also a salve on Average Peen too, so they're just kind of trading up regen at this point. In the mid lane, it's honestly pretty even. SF winning out early on. Rustaddy taking a bit of damage from those raises, able to hit 2 of them. Did go for level 2 in the raises, so he still has that 70 damage, or a little bit more now up to 76. Able to go for a bottle too. I think this is a bottle game for both mids, potentially. Doesn't feel too bad on Arc Warden, I guess, but obviously you can't really use it if you have the spirit with it. Ben taking a bit of damage bottom, ticking down very low. It's just going to run back into Matty, but I don't really think there's turning this. He might just fall to a creep. No, he's able to pop the salve. Jace doesn't want to keep chasing. They maybe could have dove for Matty there, but he's going to pop the salve and be back up to full health. Ben would not have survived for too long, getting another cogs push away on a big boy who is completely out of mana now. Ben doing a really nice job of keeping that one laid down. Nerathine's still level 2. Huscato level 2. Did go for that liquid fire at level 2. Still the build, I think. The orb gonna miss. It's a little bit too much, but going for the silence. They're gonna go for the kill too. One more hit from Average Peen is gonna be enough. No, no, the creep gets it. He missed it, but the melee creep MVP right there, splitting it. Which I don't think we get first blood then, right? Like, you don't get the bonus. Since it did go to a creep. That's just so unfortunate. Oh no, Huscato. Well, I mean, you didn't die to like, it splits, right? Yeah, it's a 276 shared bounty. It's about 100 and what? 125, 130, 138 to be exact. I am not great at doing math fast in my head, but we'll eventually get to the answer. That's the important thing. Tests are not meant to be taken in 2 seconds. Jay still getting a lot of room bottom. I'm surprised at how well Amped is doing mid. It really felt like Rustaddy would be on top with the harass, but he's up 20-28 right now. And I mean, even if you take off the cogs hit, like that's 15, and he's still on top of Rustaddy just by so much. And this is looking like a great start again for Amped, but is he going to turn it into something this game? Did not want to give Matty the space or Rustaddy the space. Apparently this game, there needs a little bit more XP on the clockwork, and he is going to get level 2 battery assault, but the lane's pushed out kind of slightly. He's able to pick up level 3, waiting for Rustaddy to take a step forward.
Sorry.
The wave is pushing further, and I don't think he hit the right timing. There's also a drawing out from that Lich, so he knows he's over here. And Ben gonna run back through a ward too, so they knew the clockwork was back there. Not wanting to run into this. I think they spotted Big Boy, however, and yeah, they do. They're gonna spot Big Boy. There's an Invis Room pop from Amps trying to rotate over for this kill. There's the Cogs pop too. He can just walk up, hit a raise, and actually get this kill, I think. Amp going for the steal. Yes, does get it. Take it on the SF, up to 20 souls maxed out, and you'll take the kill too. We also miss one top. At the same time, you've lost the Night Stalker. That's 2 kills gone. Average Peen, not with the orb, does have the phase shift, as well as the orb coming up soon. Able to dodge out a click, gets the orb off, dodges another attack. Average Peen is styling on Huscato right now, choosing just to leave his Nerathine. And I think Average Peen's actually going to live. No, the rotation over for Benny. Pull him into the cogs. Still going. Average Peen is breaking so many ankles. I don't even know if Clockwork has ankles, but they are definitely not oiled right now. Average Peen doesn't have enough mana for the TP. He's still going. He could pop the wand and go for the TP if he wants. There's no cancel for it. They're both out of it. Average Peen over into the trees, but he's making so much space. There's 2 heroes chasing him still. He could keep going, pops the orb over into the trees, but now he's completely out of mana. He could just sit over here until he gets it back. It's still 2 heroes sitting over here trying to find him. But Moscato cuts down the wrong tree, and Average Fiend is gonna make it. There's no stopping this. They're gonna keep going for this too. Oh no. He's got an orb coming up soon. Ben eventually gonna spot him. He's going for the treasure hunt, but he just misses it. He goes the wrong way. He was right at the correct tree, but they're still looking for this one. Finally gonna back, just assuming that he TP'd out. Average Peen. A madman. So much space created right there. Matty laning completely alone isn't great into Jace. Like, I mean, this is still a Viper you're laning into, but the top lane is really what you gotta look at. The benefit there. Crucial Taunt solo laning into a Void. Void really can't do too much into it. Now level 5 on that Night Stalker, getting buffed up at the first night. Nerathian hoping for a bash, potentially gonna pop a Chrono here, but didn't get any. And not gonna want to turn it. Able to void or jump off some of that damage. Is gonna try and turn it. They have Escada rotating over too, deciding to go for this. They also have the slow. In comes the orb, but there's just not enough damage. Crucial Taunt able to just turn it, I think. Nerathian needs to run away, and they're not gonna find the kill. 25 health for Crucial Taunt. The first Chrono completely wasted. Nerathian has to get a salve to heal back up, and well, back to farming he goes. I'm still gonna say Nerathian. I like accidentally, of course. Not on purpose. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. It's like set into my brain. I mean, he's still 1-0 on the Void. Like, you don't worry too much that Chrono was wasted, but you still haven't found a kill onto the Arc Warden, who has now just been farming completely free. Mostly because Amped is just rotated off into the jungle because it's a little bit faster. I mean, you look at what Matty did last game by just rotating off into the jungle. Like, yeah, might as well. It's pretty good. Got a couple of stacks to farm up at the same time. And it's time for it too, because you do get those tier 1 items coming out. There's a mango tree as well as an ironwood tree, and the ocean heart coming out as well. I think, who was that on actually? Was that on Puck? Who was that ocean heart? Oh, it's the Night Stalker. Okay. Just really have too much use of it right now. There's a DD on Rust Daddy, but let's see if he really wants to dive this. He's gonna get the slow on Amped, but he can just back up underneath the tier 1 Rust Daddy. Doesn't want to dive it. He's gonna get the second slow onto Amped. Amped not really paying attention to this. He's taking a lot of damage. The Spirit coming out, not hitting though. But I might be able to get out in time. We also are getting a little bit of a dive top. Crucial Taunt gonna keep diving too. There's the orb. They get the kill onto Hescado. Nerathian doesn't have that Chrono yet either, so he can't turn it. Jace dropping low bottom. Matty going for some right clicks, trading up with Big Boy. They get the kill. It's a complete trade. Jace getting the XP though. Kill onto Big Boy, but Matty getting the return. 1-0-0 for him. 39 CS, not looking too bad for an Ember. I mean, it's not great since he was in the safe lane. 39, kind of low. I mean, you did lane into a Viper, however. Didn't really have too much help at the same time. This Crucial Taunt, maybe looking at mid, is going to run into Amped. And I think they actually saw him up there. And yeah, they did. Ward over here, they saw him standing there too. Jace maybe looking for the ult, but not enough space to get it off. Then the end of the nighttime. Also, the Rust Daddy going for a kill onto Amped, but he can't really go too far. The rotation over from Jace. The ult coming out. No, doesn't get it off. They didn't have vision. And Rust Daddy doesn't find the kill either, so you're not too angry. You might lose your Spirit, but I mean, you don't really care too much about that. They also, they've lost the Puck. I believe that was a Chrono, too. Still no ultimate on that Jakiro. They get the taunt from the Lich. The rotation up. There's the ult popped from Crucial Taunt, but there's a couple of bashes. Not going to get another one. Nerathian not getting the return kill because of it. Crucial Taunt is going to get revenge for his Puck. Alright, and that's a level 4 Puck. Really waiting on that Jakiro level 6, and they can combo it with that Chrono. But we got a while before that comes out yet. Who used that first home? Probably the Clockwork. This is still almost nothing on a Clockwork. Really Russian phase boots. It almost feels like it's a Tranquil's game,
Someone better
honestly.
help Dire's middle tower.
I think when you have a really slow start, you just buy Tranquils and go for the move speed build. They lose amped mid. Rust Daddy finally picking that one up. I completely missed it. He's going for that pretty, pretty frequently too. It's just a couple of slows. You pop the spirit and it's so hard to live. All of the tips coming out at the same time.
Dire's middle tower.
Rust Daddy taking an early tower. Did not get the last hit though. Ben and Hiscato sitting inside of the Roche pit. I think they're looking for a kill onto Rust Daddy. They're going to be able to hit the hook too onto Rust Daddy, but no, he missed. Ben threw it too far. There's the stun from the Jakiro, but no, he missed the cogs. Ben, a bit of mistakes. They're going to try and chase with just the battery assault, but you've used so much. It's the rotation over their list. They're still going to find it. Fortunately for them, unfortunate there from Ben, but you still get the kill. And the return tips. Well, Ben, I wouldn't throw one out if I were you. But bottom, they actually lose Jace. Matty just picking that one up. And Amps, well, back to free farming mid. Is level 10 into a level 5 puck. 73 and 32 CS-wise. And we're pretty much completely tied for the top 3 spots right now.
Tower needs some help.
Very even game in terms of the cores. See Amped rotating off into the jungle too. Crucial Taunt maybe looking for Roche potentially. Let's get the Ocean Horde over on Amped. Popping the ult is Crucial Taunt. They're going to try and find a kill over on Amped. The rotation over from the puck too. He still doesn't have that coil. It's the turn from Jace. They're getting it onto Crucial Taunt. They're not finding the kill yet. Onto Amped. The ally standing there. He's surviving. A couple of right clicks will finally get him, but now you're in such a bad spot if you're Rust Daddy. No rotations over. Jace still throwing some hits out. There's the double hook. He hits it this time on the boat. They get the return kill onto Rust Daddy, plus the Spirit too if they can get it before it ticks away. They do. 240 gold to Ben. The tilt there from Amped. Not very happy about losing his life there, but he's happy with his team and getting all the return kills. A nice TP from Jace, very well timed, and at the same time Ben hits a hook and turns it.
Radiant have fortified their structures.
I don't think they would have killed off the
Tower is under
Arc
attack.
Warden otherwise. Apparently they lost an optic. What? Oh, they did. Yeah, they did. Oh, well, that sucks. I don't even know where it is though. Oh, it's just sitting in the base. Yeah, because you can't put it in your own stash. That's kind of funny.
Bottom tower.
Nerethine? Okay. Oh, there's a hook top onto the puck, but he has the orb. Ben thought it was on cooldown, I think, and Rust Daddy is looking very hungry right now. He's able to pick up this kill with a couple of right clicks. There was no rotation up to save him either.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire have
Still no bots on this man, but you are going to get a Maelstrom very soon. There's the Chrono Pop from Nerethine. He's going to get the bashes who acquired as well. That Mask of Madness, and he gets the puck. Nerethine getting all the RNG at that one. Chrono onto 2, and he found both. Completely solo. 3-0-1. Give this man a medal. Mask of Madness doing all the work you buy it for.
For the dead.
Radiant's top tower deserves just as much help as mine.
Chase still
Dire's
going,
bottom tower is under attack.
or what the fuck? Oh yeah, no, he's still, yeah. Dragon Lance did die that once, so he's kind of far behind. I thought he'd have a bit more since his laning stage. I think should have been better into the Ember, but I mean, with a couple of kills, Matty is still farming decent. Is ahead of the Viper. And top, it looks like they're trying to find something. It's a nice stun over into Crucial Taunt, but there comes the Lich All plus the taunt. They kill off the Void. They find Nerethine. More than enough lockdown there. Hiscato going to tick down in his ult too. Average being able to stay outside of it. And Matty's actually finding return kills at the bottom lane. Meantime, he's killed off Viper yet again. And now Ben going for the hook back into this. Wants to try and find Crucial Taunt. Not going to have enough, though. He can just fly out. And now Ben looking very dead. Trapped in a prison. Average P and getting the hit on that one with the magic damage. Double kill for the puck. Rust Daddy still just pushing out. Needs that Maelstrom yet. But he still dishes out quite a bit of damage. So it doesn't feel too bad that he doesn't really have that many items yet. I mean, usually at this point you would at least have the bots, but it was kind of a slow start because they killed off the Arc Warden. You cannot let an Arc Warden get too big. Killed him 3 times, did feed away 3 deaths though. Or at least 3 kills to the Arc Warden was a 1 person. Rathy needs to be a bit careful. Matty actually screwing up the chains there. Narathine, the chrono down for 30 seconds. I think you used it on a Matty. I mean, this feels like another hero you have to stop too. It's like a ticking time bomb. Radiant team. You gotta worry about the Arc Warden plus the Ember Spirit. And you already lost game 1, so you definitely do not want to let game 2 get out of hand. You're down by 2k to start, but it still feels pretty much even. Pretty much tied. Crucial Taunt gonna run into Huscato. Huscato going for the stun is gonna miss, but yeah, not gonna dive any further. Just need to be careful there. Rathine does pick up the Maelstrom. Looks like the nerf's not enough to sway people away from that item quite yet. Able to defend this one pretty easily is Rust Daddy. He's got a Maelstrom of his own. So early Yule's too jumping on him. Jace has dropped so low. Matty out of mana, not diving any further. Missed the Spirit. I think that kind of doomed him too. They're gonna big rotation for Big Boy. I mean, they get the kill, but at the same time, you maybe no. It's the Shadow Blade on Amped, and they have no vision for this. Rotating over the orb already used this time is able to phase shift off some of it. Plus the silence jump away. Silence still on Amp too. That Shadow Blade about to go on cooldown. Orb back through. They cannot find Matty, and they don't find any kills off of it. Ben, another hook gone to waste, but you do save your bottom tier 1 tower at the same time.
And it's off.
Trying to slow down the Ember Spirit. They do find a Spirit of Rust Daddy's bottom, who has that Maelstrom again. Still working on that on those bots though. Not sure what Ben was looking for there, but they do take the tier 1. Gonna pop the Fortify, of course. Save it for a little bit longer, but it feels like Desolators know they have an advantage right now. Like, they have the chrono up, they also have the combo soon with that Jakiro. And I think they got the Spirit too. I wish it said if they got the Spirit or not in the kill feed or something, but I assume they did. 250 gold is not something to scoff at. Crucial Taunt with the drums too allows them to play a little bit more aggressive, just start running at people. That move speed always comes in handy. So got Ben going for the blade, or the blade mill. Still on cooldown for Crucial Taunt. The rotation up from Narathine. Maybe looking for a chrono, but might be asking a little bit too much. This is big team rotations from Desolators. Not going to find anybody though. Amped popping that Shadow Blade. They will run directly into Crucial Taunt, who is going high ground. Is going to pop the ult too to get the fear, but he's already flying. No, he does get trapped. He's not quite flying yet. This is a nighttime fight that you do not want to be taking into a Night Stalker. It turns into day in the middle of it. On the backside too, throwing out the Lich Ult is Big Boy. It's slowing up Jason. He's going to survive. At the same time, Matty's gone a bit too far now. There's the chrono pop. Do they have enough damage? They do! The stun! Huscato throws it out. The Sleight of Fist was just long enough to make space for the Jakiro stun. Ben doesn't have a hook to follow this up. He threw it out and it only hit allies. They don't find the Night Stalker, but they find an even bigger boon there. On to Matty. Are leaving Rust Daddy alone for quite a bit now. And, well, maybe looking for a fight of their own. Peen Cripplers. You have Chrono down. You have the SFL down. Hook on cooldown as well. Could potentially find something. Ross Daddy taking a bit of damage on that illusion. Does he get it? Yes, he does. 240 gold. Working on that crystal is too. I think they could take a fight right here. Night Stalker ult is up. They don't have a smoke to jump in with, but I think it's just up to Average Peen to walk up and hit a coil onto 2. There it is. Hits both. No, he doesn't actually use it yet. They're gonna get the kills anyways. I guess they were just low enough. Average Peen was just like, yeah, we're gonna find these no matter what. Get the kill onto Jace and Huscato. I mean, pretty much solo. Average Peen able to find both of those since they were so low. And you're leaving Russ Daddy alone bottom. This is exactly how you want to play an Arc Warden draft too. Just let him farm alone. The rest of the team being very aggressive on the other side of the map. Nighttime about to end. And now maybe it's Desolators. The Chrono's still on cooldown though, so it's not like they can fight very well. Hook is off, but let's see how they want to initiate. Average Peen, nice positioning throughout a couple orbs. Hits a creep, gets Puck inside the cogs, but again, that's a Puck who can just jump out so easily. Amp does have the ult, did finally get the mana for it. Ben looks very dead here. Ult pop. No, he gets the silence from Crucial Taunt before he's able to get off. Out comes the Lich ult on the Amp. It's pretty much focused on him. A nice Jakiro ult too. There's the fear. The Night Stalker just ticking down. On the backside, they find the Puck. They find the Night Stalker. Big Boy just trying to get away. Avoids the slow for now. Here comes the TP, but can he get a bash on Narathi? No. The TP goes through, they escape on the Lich, they find 2 kills while losing Ben on that Clockwork, but you really don't mind that. Off the creep way top, Russ Daddy making sure he's not able to push, but I mean the actual hero is still farming freely bottom. Gone completely untouched now. I mean, he's feeling pretty good about this game. You really just need to find him with the hook. Ben off cooldown in 1 second, but can't kill him alone. You kind of need an extra hero there. That's usually why you see some... Oh, that's unfortunate. That's usually why you see, like, people picking Invokers with Clockwork so that you can find kills relatively easily if Clockwork wants to solo hook somebody like an Arc Warden, because he just can't do it right now unless he gets Blade Mill. Soon here, which is actually a decent amount away from yet, about 700 gold. They need to smoke with Huscato and Ben, and I think if they find the Arc Warden with those 2, it's a really doable kill. You only need those 2 heroes, but they're choosing to just farm for a bit, which is fine too. I really think this is what teams need to do with Clockwork though. They have to play more aggressive, but they're just so passive with him right now, and it's giving Arc Warden so much space. On top by quite a bit. Oh, both of them on cooldown, but I mean, he could have just phase shifted. Ben missing the hook. I don't think they would have found that. Oh, he popping the cogs too. Jay is just going for some denies. That DD still on the ground, could steal it, but no. Average Peen just deciding, hey, I probably don't want to go into that. And it's the right decision. It's a nice block there too. I mean, it doesn't really help them too much, but I mean, it's one camp that Narathine can farm. Is going to pop Chrono top potentially? No. Doesn't want the solo Chrono onto Crucial Taunt. Amped looking at bottom. Maybe able to kill off the illusion with another raise. Nope, misses it, but I still think it's pretty dead here. Yeah, not going to get the gold though. And I don't think you get XP for it, so really losing nothing. If only Cogs silenced the people that were inside Cogs. That would be so OP though. But oh my gosh, would that be so much fun as a Clockwork player. You'd actually be able to counter some of these heroes that are just like wrecking you, like a Puck, like a Mirana, like a Snapfire, like an Ember. Ember is one of the more annoying ones too. Void Spirit as well. It's like, oh, now I have to buy Orchid on Clockwork? That's disgusting. Ben opting to take the repair kit for now. 17 HP regen. Feels pretty good. But again, it's like they're playing so passively when they could be trying to find the Arc Warden who's just Been farming up to 3,000 gold. We'll see what he's actually saving up for. I think he's actually buying right now, or he's at least trying to save the illusion that was bottom. Actually, top, they're trying to find Neurathine. Popping the Mask of Madness, or no, he's not actually used it yet, but there's the taunt. Matty finding the kill with the crit. Just barely able to get that one. If they don't get the crit, I think he turns it there. They also kill off the puck, though. On the backside, Hiscato hitting a stun. They also just get a couple of hits from Amped. And, well, you lose your Void, though. There's going to be a 3-man Cox from Ben. The ult ended from Night Stalker. They're all caught in, but is there a turn? No, there isn't. They didn't get there in time. Ben with a great initiation, but there was no follow-up, and now the Lich ult explodes the rest of the heroes. Matty might tick down, but no, they need another hit. Amp can't find him. Needs to throw out the raise. Does get the last hit onto that Lich, but cannot hit the raise. There's the ultimate. Isn't going to go far enough. No, Matty still surviving. Has a salve. He's gonna live. They lose 4 heroes. Ben makes such a nice play, but that totally baits them into a brilliant Lich ult. Big boy, big plays. And it's just perfect timing too, because Crucial Taunt couldn't fly out of it. But the team wasn't there. I mean, that's really the initiation you want too. He's got that Blade Mail. Still a level 1 hook, finally picking up level 2. And I don't know how you turn this game around anymore. You're just losing to an Ember who's getting more and more farm. You're gonna lose to an Arc Warden too, jumping forward onto Hiscato. No way to survive that one. Matty, unstoppable streak. Couple of crits there and more than enough to bring down pretty squishy hero on that Jakiro. Amped popping the Shadow Blade again. The hook missed though from Ben. They're still gonna find it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Just kind of out of position anyways. No, they don't have the hook for top though. Rust Daddy going for the last hit on the tower. Can just leave the illusion here and it looks pretty dead. Able to get the last hit there too, which is again the big thing. Still working with that minus. What is this on the courier too? Okay. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. 30 minutes into this game, and again, it's looking really tough. Not quite the gold lead we saw last game, though. They're not really running away with this one yet, but I mean, with the Hurricane Pike on that Arc Warden, he's able to save himself from the Clockwork. And, well, the only way you have to kill him is Neurathine hitting a really amazing ult, which we've seen him do. But it's starting, the less options you have, the less likely you are to win. It's going for the kill onto the illusion. Ben not popping the Blade Mail. Pop your Blade Mail. Oh. I think it would have killed it with that Blade Mail. There's a smoke on the rest of the heroes too. Jace apparently didn't get caught in it. So they are going to see him running over here, which is kind of suspicious, but if you're Rust Daddy, not going to get cut out. They don't spot him. In comes the Chrono Neurathine, trying to find it, saves it for now. They also find a kill on the backside with Am Neurathine, trying to find the bigger kill, however. In comes the Night Stalker. Do they have the damage? They do. Neurathine hitting some bashes at the very end of it. Killed off the Lich as well with that Shadow Blade from Amped, and I mean, it's just so hard if you're a support hero in these games. If there's a Shadow Fiend with that Shadow Blade, like, you die in 2 hits pretty much. 2 hits and a raise. But Neurathine, again, just great Chronos. Knows when he is played really patient there. Where's the 4 staff away? Neuratine's like, okay, I can just jump forward, still find this, and he did. Nicely done there, and maybe it's into Roche they go with the Mask of Madness off cooldown. I think it should be decently quick. I mean, it's not slow, but not exactly the quickest. I mean, the first Aegis, I think you put it onto the, I mean, maybe SF? It's either SF or Neurathine. Yep, amped. I don't have any jump though. There is a hook on Clockwork if he wants to go on Matty, but he obviously has the spirits away, so no real follow-up yet again. Still look, it's either a 4 staff or a Yules for Hiscato, and I think it's going to be a Yules. That Void. He's gonna go for a couple hits on average. Peen gets the slow. He does have the orb away though. He hadn't used any skills. There's the stun from the Jakiro. It baits out Nerthine. He's on the backside. They find the kill onto the puck. There's the ult as well from the Jakiro. Matty's stuck inside the cogs, but no, he has a spirit away. He was only getting that kill. There's a nice chains on the two cores too. They're caught out, dropping lower and lower. Is amped. A couple of hits from Rust Daddy. Almost finds it, but no. Crucial taunt getting the kills on the back. The Jakiro to fall. There it goes. The Viper Jace dropping down Narathine with that BKB. They can't really turn this. Amp could maybe go for the ultimate if they want to keep chasing, but they have vision over here. There's the puck ult. Pops the BKB too on Narathine. Not able to turn this though. No, or no, Amp popped the BKB before he died. It's a disaster. He doesn't have it when he comes back up. Narathine trying to turn it, but he can't get a kill. He tried to focus on the illusion. That was the only target he had. It's the tips for Amp. Just getting baited out. It's another nice ult from Big Boy too. And a fight lost again. I mean, maybe if you're Ben, you can get a kill onto Arc Warden here. But yeah, Rust Daddy just choosing to back. Some great initiation yet again though. Matty, he missed some chains early on in the game, but hitting all of them right there. And they can play so patiently. Mid tower falling, and well, I think it's on to tier 3s potentially. There is no buyback on the Void. He does have Chrono once he comes back though. Stun missing from Jakiro. Matty maybe walking back into it. No. Ben getting slowed up. The Cog's a decent position to slow out the creeps, get him killed. There's also a hook over into that Ember. Do they have enough damage? I don't think they do. The ult pop from the Viper. They blow up the Clockwork Ember. It looks like he's gonna live. They also kill off the Jakiro. Jace the next one to fall. Rust Daddy's just putting out the damage right now. Double kill for him. And they just, I mean, that's the hero that you need to get on top of. And again, he has that Hurricane Pike to save, and there's no answer for it. You got the SF TPing in plus Narathine. Narathine could hit the Chrono here to turn this. There's no stopping it either. Do get the return kill onto that Arc Warden, plus onto Big Boy. I mean, Narathine's a lot to deal with at this point. I mean, he just pops BKB, and there is no way they're stopping him. You do lose the tier 3s though, and they did lose last game as they lost the tier 3s at about like 30 minutes. But again, this game a lot closer than last game. I think they performed a decent amount better. It's definitely, they have a chance to get back into this game. It's up to Narathine. It's up to Narathine. Like, he's got to pull them back into this game now. There's not really much the rest of the heroes can do. Maybe you get some decent ults from Amped. Potentially finding some pickoffs on him, but it's looking more and more difficult for him to do so. Narathine a little bit caught out mid, gonna hit the silence. No, the chain's missing. There's the coil though. I think they still find this. And that is not what you want to see. They're even gonna jump forward and find the Jakiro as well. Huscato, they had vision on him. And still running forward is Crucial Taunt with the ult. They find Chase. There's the hook over onto that Night Stalker. He can pop BKB though and just keep diving. They find Amp as well. He's still flying out too. That BKB about to go down. Does eventually drop Matty with the chains too over onto Amp. He still has that BKB plus Shadow Blade, so they don't want to keep diving any further, but they found two very important kills. And back and forth we go. Definitely very close yet. This is also an eggs on the puck too, which that's an early eggs. Average Pina actually having a very nice game. Big Boy as well with the Force Staff and a Cloak of, or Glimmer Cape. And I mean, those are the two items that, like, yeah, you can save your teammates, you can save yourself. Ben pretty much has nobody to hook anymore that he can guaranteed kill. And it's a hard Clockwork game from here on out. Maybe see Amped find a bounty rune here. Well, I mean, what are their neutral items actually? Very Fairy Fire. I mean, the Titan Sliver on a Void is pretty good. Orb of Destruction okay on SF. But what Oh, that's kind of interesting. I didn't know it did that. That's kind of interesting. And they pretty much got the same attitude. But the Mind Breaker on Ember is pretty good. It's pretty good. Easy silence. It is only the one hit though. But I mean, it's just like a guaranteed AoE silence. Sleight of Fist does proc it too. We're gonna find the outpost, and there is no return to that. Hiscato, you're a bit too far out. Hiscato getting slowed up from Crucial Taunt. Could potentially keep diving. Gonna be able to hit the stun. The silence not in time. The rest of the team not there, so he doesn't want to dive any further. Should have the puck, but he still doesn't have a blink on Average Bean. He's been doing all of this, all of his initiations without a blink. He's just using the orb. Incredibly difficult to do. Neurothene, I mean, just gotta make sure he doesn't die again. 8 and 4, 290 CS. He's getting closer to the Arc Warden, but I mean, Arc Warden's just gonna pull away. There's really no catching up to him unless you kill him. He's got a sheep now as well. Just have to make sure you catch both of the illusion as well as the actual hero, unless you want to use your BKB inside the chrono, which he's had to do now for a couple of times. To have some disable for him with the Sinister Gaze from Lich, as well as I mean, you can get the mischance from the Night Stalker too. And the other thing is the mischance from the bubble. If Rustati does have the spirit or the spirit illusion outside of the chrono. Scotto just getting a couple wards down, but this should get dewarded because they block this camp. And yeah, they're gonna find that. Feels pretty bad. This is a tough game. The warding is gonna get harder and harder too. It's just a slow build. We haven't even had action for quite a bit either, but he did lose a fight. And now it's the wait for Roche. 15 seconds. But I don't think we're gonna get him. Yeah, we're not gonna get him for quite a bit now. But Night Stalker is setting his courier for the respawn. Should be up to here, right? No. Alright, I have no idea how the timer works. 30 seconds though, not a bad respawn for Radiant. And they just want to make sure they grab that. I mean, you probably just put it onto the Ember, because it doesn't really feel like the Arc Warden's going to die at this point. Crucial Taunt has the BKB plus the Halberd, so it doesn't feel like he's going to die. And I'm not sure if you lose the Roche, I'm not sure how they get back. You have to hit like a 4 or 5 man chrono if you're Neurothene, and that's really only happening if you're if they're just playing bad, like terrible spacing. Maybe they'll go for the smoke beforehand. They're gonna see Roche spawn though. Courier popping that one. There's gonna be a very timely smoke, however. So who's gonna see who? They know that Amped has to go top, and this is not the timing that they wanted to hit. That Roche has spawned. They're not scanning it yet. They're actually gonna run through to the bottom outpost. They're missing the Roche. They run the wrong way. It would have been perfect timing for the smoke too, because they are kind of grouped up in there and a little bit split out. They've been able to catch both the Ember plus the Arc Warden. Matty falling low even. Just eat the cheese immediately afterwards too, but no, Ben gonna miss the hook. They don't find the Lich. He's got a 4-staff out as well. They're deciding to save it for now. But I think Big Boy just forgetting he had the 4-staff there. Could have gone back. There's the blink in chrono. Rustati, and he forgot to pop BKB. Neurothene not able to find this one. No, he gets the bashes. Amped with the double kill. The turn. Amped trying to kill off BS in the back. Matty finds it. They also get Crucial Taunt on the backside as well. Missing the stun is the Jakiro. They kill off the SF. You're trying to kill Neurothene. He doesn't have a BKB. He's got the Mom. Haste Rune sitting in the river too, but they're gonna keep chasing. They've got change on Matty to use. He hits them too, right on top of Neurothene. Double kill for Matty after the Aegis expires. And it feels like that fight, a lot of things went their way, but their supports just get melted by Crucial Taunt in the back. And again, it's Ben missing that hook too, which really hurts them. The Lich Ult not even coming out there, and they still lose. Ben does have the hook back up if he wants to use it. Could go for it on a crucial taunt, hits it. There's the cogs back. The stun missed from Jakiro because Ben waited on the cogs way too long, and now the silence popped from crucial taunt. He's still running out, does get slowed up by that Jakiro. No, I actually think he missed the slow version of that. He's going to be able to hit the stun. The BKB pop, the turn, the chains onto 2. Ben dropping lower, Amps dropping lower in the middle of that Jakiro ult, going for the BKB ultimate. Does get the fear away, but dropping forward. Matty with the spirit trying to find Ben in the background. Able to tank that battery assault, get the kill onto the Clockwork, and 40 gets the crit over onto Hiscato. Does he want to go high ground though? He gets the silence over onto Amped, and now Matty, without any spirits, doesn't want to go any further.
Arms for the dead.
Blink Lich. He's also got an Aether Lens now too. 26k gold lead for Peen Cripplers. And well, I mean, we're at about the same point last game, just 10 minutes later. And a very nice place to start. The Hex over onto Jace. Can he find this kill? I don't think so. The Force Staff away, as well as Amped giving him the debuff for the slow. I don't think they're going to be able to kill off this illusion. Amp's actually taking quite a bit of damage, but they do find that kill. It's 300 gold. It's like you gotta hit the hook onto Arc Warden and then push him back. And then hope that you just discombobulate the rest of the team so that Nerathine can catch like 2 or 3 with an ultimate. Does have an MKB, but he just cannot get caught out anymore. Average Peen potentially looking for a coil, but they just want to play it safe. Roche is not going to respond for another 5 minutes yet. So not really too much they can do. And into Rat Dodo we go. He saw that butterfly coming up on Rustad, able to kill off that illusion too. Hiscato going to be just fine. Also had a Yule to use at the same time. I mean, Amp's farming these illusions now. And I mean farming them, like, he's gotten a lot of gold. If I had a stat for it, I would have it. Does not get the taunt over on a Nerathine. Just blinking away. They potentially would have gotten that too. Average Peen with the coil up. They also have the ultimate over on the Night Stalker. And I mean, that's the other big issue for them too, is their supports just get ran down by this Night Stalker. You have to play so grouped if you're dire that the Night Stalker can't get away with focusing down your supports. Doesn't feel comfortable doing it. Missing out on the TP there is the Arc.
Invisibility.
Oh. He's got the... There he goes. He's about to get Butterfly too, but that MKB counter already up for Rustaddy. And okay. Rustaddy is now trapped. And you can barely not get vision of these creeps to farm them in the meantime either. There he goes with the courier. Yeah, he finds it. I don't think there's a way. Nope, yep. There's Matty. What a bro. What a bro. I would have left him in the trees, honestly. Matty's just way too nice. Using a spirit, you know how long this cooldown is? It's way too long. Way too long to be using it for that. He's fine anyways. He just sends the spirit elsewhere across the map. He could sit in Fountain if he wanted to. See a big rotation coming out, but again they're incredibly split. Ben is completely alone here on the backside, and the rest of the team has to rotate around. They kill off the Clockwork, but on the backside it's a solo Chrono Nerathine onto that Arc Warden. They're losing their Jakiro. Amps is now completely in the center of this. There's a nice coil onto 2. That Chrono already popped a nice ult from Amps. It goes out twice though. They get the kill onto Amp. There is no buyback. Nerathine doesn't have one either. Cannot tick down here. No, he does actually. Forgot that he didn't use his. There's a buyback on the Jakiro. Average Peen. They want to end the game right now. Peen Cripplers going for this series. The buybacks both spent. They don't have one on Ben yet either. But it's really Amp that doesn't have one. That's a big deal. This Chrono on cooldown for so long. And they're not going to have it back up in time. They have no way to kill off the Arc Warden. Trying to find a kill, maybe. Nerfdeen has now gone a bit too far. I think the silence pop. He can't find anything. Doesn't find the puck. It's a dieback onto the Void. And I think that's game. There is no way anymore. Just a hard-fought game for Desolators, but still losing to the Arc Warden. The cheese at the end of it. Ben, a hook in. But knows it's a last-ditch effort. The Ancient to fall. GG called. Peen Cripplers with the nice 2-0 clean victory here. Arc Warden just too much to deal with in Game 2, and in Game 1 it was the TA that balled out of control. And about the same games, it's just Arc Warden takes a little bit longer to come online. Moving forward is Peen Cripplers. We also have a series tomorrow too. I don't know if I'm casting that one yet, but it is at 6:30. Hopefully somebody is actually casting it, since this is part of the tournament. Saturday is the main day, however. I think the actual MD2L Twitch channel will be casting that one. So tune into that all day Saturday for the most part until like midnight or something, from 11 a.m. till midnight. So should be some fun games to watch there. It's a physical LAN. Go tune in. Awesome times. Thanks for watching this one. If you did, Peen Cripplers victory over Desolators 2-0. Nice clean games from them. Very nice performances from Matty for both games, and the rest of the team playing pretty well too. I think Average being really showing he's one of the better fours in the league. So thanks for watching. Have a good night.